Hello and welcome to Dicekai, Dice in Another World, where you don't just play a character, you are your character. In this game, the rules are meant to be fast and story-based so that they get out of the way and let the GM play with the story as the characters interact. What the primary thing's going to be is you're going to find yourself in this new world and you'll be given jobs and specialties, or you'll choose them, Jobs are a broad set of skills, whereas specialties are a narrow set of skills. If you're doing something that is job-based, you feel it falls under that job, you as the player, then you're rolling 1d6. If something falls under a specialty, you're rolling 2d6 and taking the highest. That's how pretty much everything in Dicekai is decided. There is unskilled, where you take the lower of the 2d6, but primarily those are the things you're going to be doing. What Dicekai wants to focus on, or what Dicekai does focus on, is not whether or not you succeed or fail, but how you succeed or fail. It's more of how you're interacting with the world and how that's going to change things in the story and how things develop. If you kick down a door as opposed to pick the lock, that's found later. How does that interact with other characters? How does the story develop because of that? Is the guard now fired from his job because it's apparent that he didn't wake up when the door was kicked? Everything changes. The story matters. Now, today I wanted to go over the death and dying mechanics primarily. With this, when you reach 0 vitality, you are unconscious. What that means is you can't do, act, or say anything. If you reach negative your level in vitality, real quick, vitality is the primary resource and one of the only resources you track in Dicekai, except for very few exceptions. If you reach negative your level, your body is no longer capable of containing your spirit, soul, essence, whatever phrase you want to use. That spirit now lingers around in the realm. What the other characters or interested characters can do is take that spirit and put it into another character that is unconscious or creature. Some of your jobs and specialties can carry over, not all of them. It just kind of depends on what body you're now occupying, because that can change things. Maybe this body can't sustain some of the jobs you previously had or specialties, but that also means this new body can give you access to jobs and specialties you may not have had prior. Now, what happens if a spirit is not put into another body in a reasonable time? Well, then the body's ejected from the realm, or that spirit is ejected from the realm. What does that mean? It means that spirit can no longer enter the realm, at least for another generation. This primarily will only happen when there's a total party kill. The whole party gets wiped out. That means the whole party would not be able to enter the realm until a generation in that realm has passed. That means pretty much all their connections and all the storylines have changed, but what they did in that story up to that point did affect the story of what's going to happen in this new generation. Main reason for this is because Dicekai, with you being your own character, you can't just die. So I wanted something that was impactful. It wasn't just, oh, you just need a soul essence and then you bring back the body that exactly as it was. No. I wanted something that was more impactful to character death. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you for stopping by. If you are interested, you can look at dicekai.com, where you can download the latest rulebook. Everything is being updated on there. If you see anything in yellow, it's being worked on. So thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope you have a wonderful day.